All right, guys. Guys, when you start to go through a spiritual awakening, one symptom is having many vivid dreams, very vivid dreams. And I'm going to describe to you guys one of the most vivid ones I had, an intense dream I had. What happens, guys, when you start waking up? If you've had any negative spirit, entities that were already kind of attached to you in any kind of way, they're going to get stirred up. You're going to get put under attack because they're not going to like that you're waking up. So they're going to attack you to put you in fear. So you stop. So let me describe this dream. In this dream, I'm showing a house, okay? I have a real estate license. I can legally sell property in my state. I don't do it that much, but I could if I wanted to. Anyway, I'm showing a property. I'm showing this house. It's a beautiful house. It's huge. Very much mansion. And I'm showing my client, we're walking around, it's just me and him. And I remember we're walking through, and this house has just huge, giant ceilings. It's got a natural wood grain finish on a lot of the walls. It's on this beautiful property, huge amount of acreage. I think it had like 237 acres of land that it was sitting on. And it was in the mountains. And I remember we're just walking around showing this house with this guy, and I start noticing some of the features of the house. And when I start noticing that, I get this sense that I've been in this house before for some reason. And when I get that feeling that I've been in the house, I realize I'm in a dream at that point, okay? So now I'm starting to lucid dream. And I'm walking with this guy, and I start to get a bad feeling from this guy. He's kind of like walking behind me, as I'm, showing him the house. And I get this bad feeling. And so I go, well, hey, man, it's been a good time. I got some other clients I got to keep on the schedule, you know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up, and I'm going to go. And as soon as I start to try to depart, he doesn't like that, and he reaches out to his wrist. He's got a wristwatch, and he puts his hand on that wristwatch and hits a button, and then all of a sudden I feel an electric shock hit my body like a truck, and I feel it. I feel it. I remember that was the biggest thing about that dream that shook me was how real it felt. I get shocked, I get zapped, and when I do, I fall to the ground, and I can't move. And then it gets dim. Blackout. But then I come to, and when I come to, I'm in another room of the house, and there's two more men around me, and they got my legs. They're holding on to my legs, and the other dude's on my left trying to get my arm. Well, I realize this, and I come to, and I fight these guys off and break free. When I break free, I run for the door, and I get out the door, open the door, and I escape. And when I escape, I wake. And when I wake up, I'm laying in bed, and I'm laying on my stomach, which is a little odd. Normally I lay on my back when I lucid dream, but I'm on my stomach, and I got my head on the pillow like that, and I remember thinking I'm in a sweat too, and I remember being like, wow, that was a wild dream. And then all of a sudden I feel this weight pressing against my back, pushing me into the bed, pushing my head into the pillow. It's pushing and pushing and pushing. And I'm just getting pushed into this bed, sinking in. And I remember thinking, I ain't going out like this. And I push myself and I fight and I push myself up. And I remember I can hear this. It sounds like wind. I don't know if anyone's ever jumped off of a high tree into the river. Any of my river swamp boys that, when you climb up on a real tall tree and jump into that river, how you can hear the wind just through right by your ears. It sounded like that as I was getting pressed in, and I'm fighting, and I break free, and I wake up, and when I wake up, I'm in the same position in the bed, and I remember really being like, "What in the world?" And now, in the end, all of a sudden, my wife, who's asleep next to me, who's out, she's out. All of a sudden, it goes, piss. Yeah. You may have moments like that when you start to awaken. And that's the negative spirits. They're angry with you. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to share that. I thought it was wild how I actually felt the electric shock. That was crazy. I've read in a few of these books that when you activate, right, when you start to awaken, sometimes you can get senses, feelings like that. Have a good morning.